All right, so we're here in the potato bed, and I think my potatoes have sprouted a little bit. So obviously that's a bit overdone. I've got them kind of sorted into three groups here. All these potatoes are store-bought potatoes that sprouted on me before we could use them. It seems like the store-bought potatoes are sprouting so fast anymore. So I've got these that sprouted some time ago, and I've been trying to get out here to do this. And as always, I miss you. You got to be getting tired of hearing me say I'm running late, but there it is. So I've got a bunch of these. You can see, I mean, we got quite a bit of growth. So we're going to bury those deep. The next set I got are chitting. Now these are good. These are really good. These might be a little overdone, but these are really good. They're perfect growth. They're really getting vigorous growth, but they haven't gone crazy. I had originally intended to split these potatoes and, like plant halves, but I've got enough of them here for my wife and I that I think I'm going to just bury these to whole. I'm hoping that a whole full-size potato like that, give it plenty of a head start and plenty of growth, that it will do well. The third group I have are these, which we're literally just looking at little eyes that are finally forming, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw those in. These potatoes, like I said, they're store-bought. I know people, don't buy store-bought because of disease or whatever. This is my 4th or 5th year growing these. I really never had an issue. And again, there's another good one. But I've got a lot of these big ones, and like that potato is fairly soft. It's got a lot of growth, so we'll see how that goes, but I'm just not sure what we're going to do. So, as always, when I plant or harvest anything, we're going to do some video, we'll do some edits, and speed it all up so that it goes by pretty quick. I'm going to bury them. These and these will, of course, be fully buried. These, I'll probably leave the tops sticking out just a little bit. And then I've got a new bed. I've got the same bed here, that I planted in last year. We've got new mulch that we just dumped from the arborist, free mulch. They come and dump the chips last year, and they've sat all winter long. They've sat for a year, breaking down. We do still have some chunks. We do still have some pieces, but we've got a lot of good soil here also. When you look at like that, especially for potatoes, it's nice, loose, friable. Those potatoes will grow well in that and won't feel bound up. Our usual ground here, solid clay. You couldn't grow a potato larger than a ping pong ball in this stuff. It's so hard. So that's why we do raised beds. I would recommend, if you have that same issue, you do raised beds or try doing your potatoes in pots. Quite frankly, I have never been successful growing potatoes in pots. That's why I have a raised bed. So, but there are lots of people with videos out there that do it, and they're good at it. Before we get started, if you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. I don't believe I introduced myself. If you're new here, my name is Dave. If you're not new here, my name is still Dave. We do all sorts of things around the house to try to become a little bit more independent, a little bit more of a homestead, and to provide for ourselves rather than just being a part of the system. So, with that said, did I say like, share, and subscribe? Can you ever say like, share, and subscribe too much? I mean, really, is it? Well, I guess maybe you guys would get tired of it. So, like, share, and subscribe, and let's get to digging. All right, so we're all done. Bed's empty, or bed's full, excuse me, box is empty. So we got all our potatoes in. I've got about, I don't know what you call that, 20 feet. And then they're planted basically in threes on a bit of a diagonal. So we've got at least 40 potato plants in there. That's more than enough for my wife and I. And if they actually ended up fitting in perfectly. This is a blackberry cuttings that a good friend of mine last year gave us. He and his wife gave me, and I ended up sticking them here because at the time I didn't have time to root them, so I healed them in right here. Well, blackberries being blackberries, they rooted on their own, and now I've got blackberries right here. So we're actually going to put a cattle panel trellis right here, because on that side over there is raspberries, and I'm just going to let them grow up. That's another project for the spring here that we got going on. But the potatoes fit in perfectly. So these will end up getting trained up the cattle panel trellis. The potatoes are in. They're mostly russets. There are, I believe, a few yellow gold mixed in with them, but not enough to make it, you know, really. I didn't really put in a huge crop of those. We usually buy russet, we get russet, and they just kept sprouting on us. So I kept setting them aside to save them. It's no sense wasting them. So got potatoes in, still got some great seedlings growing in the greenhouse, as well as trying to get some sweet potato slips started. And hopefully those are gonna start sprouting here soon. They've been about a month or so in the container, and it's starting to warm up. So now we're getting into where they should really start doing well. But that's what we did. First step really in the garden this year of planting, other than the seedlings in the greenhouse. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, I'm gonna say it one more time. Like, share, and subscribe. There, I said it real quick. It didn't take that long at all. And I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe, stay prepared. This is Dave. Thank you.